All right. So all I've been hearing about recently, especially this year, is transfer portal, transfer portal, transfer portal. Now, I know it's been around since 2018, and at the time, I don't believe there were any name, image, likeness deals, NIL, where college players could get paid for schools and I guess companies using their name, image, and likeness. But I've just seen a tremendous increase in transfers. And I'm just asking the question, does anybody know? Or what are your opinion on the transfer portal? First, I thought it would be for players, mainly players that didn't get a lot of time, possibly, and they were riding the bench and they wanted an opportunity to start or to get more minutes, which I believe that is one of the reasons. But it's obviously so many reasons that a player might enter the transfer portal other than that. Now, now that most of these players are getting money, most of the top names in college, because we're talking about NCAA, um, are getting money. So, how big a difference would it be for them to leave a university that's, let's say, is a top school that's big in the sport of basketball? Because that's primarily what I've been watching. Specifically, the women's basketball NCAA, to go to another school that may be another big name school, but I would assume that they're already getting decent money at that school that they're already at because, I mean, obviously it's a big time program. But what do y'all think? Do you think most players are leaving, entering the transfer portal to make more money, that a school may offer them more money on an NIL deal? Or do you think it's more so players wanting to try to leave for more playing time? They believe they may have a better chance to win a championship with another school. I just feel like with the whole NIL thing and everything getting big, um, it's like clockwork where you just never know, um, like to the point where most players may not even finish their career at the same school. Actually, they may end up at two or three different schools when they actually finish their career because of the transfer portal. So, first of all, I'm not one to know everything, but what is the transfer portal? So, in a brief summary, I would say, to my knowledge, the transfer portal is an online database where the players go in and they fill out the information they need to to make themselves available to transfer to another school. And when they put this information in there, it's only available to coaches and administrators, can see this information, and then they'll have the opportunity to reach out to the player via email, um, to see if they want to offer these players opportunity to transfer to the program. Now, I've heard that normally the scholarship probably will transfer, but it's not a guarantee that it will. But that's something they'll work out with the school. Excuse me. Now, also, I've read that once the player has to notify their school, first of all, that they intend to enter the portal. They notify their current school. Then the school has, they said, typically 48 hours, which would be 2 days, to enter the athlete's information into the database. Now, who knows what will happen if the school doesn't do their part and enter the players' information into the database timely when they're supposed to. Um, who knows what that penalty would be? But I'm assuming, obviously, that the athlete would it won't it, they won't be penalized for that. Also, as far as what the transfer portal is not, it's not um, you're not guaranteed, like I said, that the transfer um, will go through, or I'll say that a team will be interested in you. Obviously, you would hope so, and more than likely they will be if you are a top player. Also, you have to enter the portal within the deadline. So I'm watching mostly women's college basketball. So I believe the it starts at March 24th, and I believe it closes on April 22nd. So obviously, um, you do your due diligence to make sure you enter the portal within the correct time frame, obviously. So anyway, just curious on y'all thoughts. Like, I feel like this is is going to be even more so now, where you're going to see a lot of freshmen come in and transfer to another school after their freshman year, and I think this will, if the trend keeps happening, I think this will affect obviously a lot of teams, especially I believe bigger schools where if they had recruited the top players in the country and they decide, hey, I want to you know go to this school because I get a bigger NIL deal, or whatever the reason. Now I do like that the players have now they have an opportunity to capitalize and make money after years and years of the school and other people making money off of their backs and them playing. So I am happy for that. Now, how will this affect um, college? Well, one thing I know, I believe these deals are some of them are so lucrative that I believe for the women, a lot of them are making more than they will if they enter the WNBA. It's definitely probably for their first year. I'm pretty sure they're making more in their NIL deal than they will with their rookie contract with the WNBA. So that can be more of a incentive for them to stay in school longer, unless they really that eager to make it to the WNBA. But I think a lot of people do like that college experience, and my knowledge, even though the WNBA is increasing in viewership and um, increasing in fandom, I believe college sports is, especially around March Madness, to me is still more popular. But what say you? Um, is it hard for you to keep up with these teams? Is this going to affect the teams that normally always in the running for the national titles every year? If so many students, athletes are just entering the portal, what do you think the main reason they're entering the portal? Just something to think about. Because every time I turn on my computer, I've just been seeing such and such entered the transfer portal. People I thought that was going to go to the WNBA draft, they said, "No, I'm staying in school, but I'm transferring." Or just top players that seemed like they was they was the top dog on campus, and they were doing so well and seemed super happy with their team. So it's so much stuff we don't know behind the scenes, but it's just intriguing to me. So figured I would ask y'all, talk to y'all about it briefly. But of course, the deadline for basketball, I believe women's basketball, is April 22nd. Like I said, so expect to see some more big names entering the transfer portal, and just keep your eye out. Still got the tournament going on. Should be some great games coming up starting tomorrow and the weekend. So I look forward to that. And everyone, y'all, wherever you are, have a blessed day, blessed evening or night, and we'll talk again soon.